Hi, this is Wendy Gunn, founder of Your Home for God, an online coaching brand that helps Christian women to successfully raise godly families and to achieve God's unique goals for their life and their family. And today I want to talk to you about one of the most influential things that you can do to help your children to succeed in school, to bond as a family, and to raise godly children. And it might surprise you that this thing that I'm going to talk about is something that you maybe have tossed aside as being unimportant. So, this is proven statistically to make a huge difference in the success of children in learning and school. And that is to sit down at the table as a family and eat at least one meal a day together. You would not think that that little thing would make that big of a difference, but it does. And I want to encourage you that the little things that you do in life matter. You may think that it doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter if I'm consistent, but consistency is key in life. Consistency, it is more important to be consistent than it is that you do it perfectly for this long and then stop. So consistently aim to have a meal one time a day together at the table. If you're going to start and you haven't been doing it at all, start with one day a week, one meal a week. One evening meal is usually the one that can be accomplished, but it may not be for you. But try to have one meal a week, and then you can increase from there. This is a goal, and how you achieve it is by planning. So do meal planning. Figure out that one meal, make it simple, something you're used to making, that is, whether your family loves it or not, but ideally something that they already love. And then make sure they know ahead, we are eating at the table at this time on this day. And we're going to do this, and you can explain to them how God has put it on your heart and He's changed your heart about this. Or you can show them, statistics show that it is important. And I want to encourage you, this is also one of the key ways to build unity as a family. Your family, if they are not used to doing this, they may balk. Just don't worry about it. And as you do it more often, it will become a tradition, and it will become something that they will love. You, as the mom, can make it better by planning ahead, like I said. Make a menu plan for at least that night and figure out what you're going to serve. You can plan ahead to have the table set ahead. You can treat it like a special occasion. If you want, I would keep it really simple at first and just to use your everyday dishes, but ideas for later are to use, you could use your nice dishes, or you could have a special centerpiece or flowers or something. Whatever your family would feel like this is special. You could get special napkins or use cloth napkins. I use cloth napkins quite a bit because I inherited a lot of them from my mother, but I also find it just makes it special, and when you use special cloth napkins, it just makes it feel like an event. But paper napkins, whatever, candles, whatever. Just think of some things that you can say, you're special to me, and I put some effort into this. Now, you do not want it to be a pity party for you, or like I'm the victim and I did all of this and you better like it or not. That's not the point. This is an act of love. It's a act of service. And if you plan ahead, it will be easier for you. What I like to do is crock-pot meals. They're so simple. And if you can put the meal or the meat in at the beginning of the day, it makes it so much simpler to have everything ready. But plan it out. Figure it out. An easy way to do that is to have the meat in the crock pot, have rice or baked potatoes. You can do those in the microwave, or if you put meat in the oven, and you can put baked potatoes in that at the same time. Have a salad or canned veggies. Make it simple. And the point is to sit down together. And then, I don't know what your family does. Our family has a family prayer. Praying before the meal is important. And so if you have a tradition, do that. If your husband is willing, or an older son is willing to pray, great. But don't make it stressful or strifeful. Just thoughts on how you can make it easier, or how you can make it better. But don't make it strifeful. Don't make it mom's nagging. And then each person at the end of the meal picks up their plate and takes their plates into the kitchen, and makes it so much easier for cleanup, doesn't it? This is another great way to train your children to help with preparation and cleanup, because they need to learn how to do that. And if they are trained, and you could assign certain days or certain weeks to each child, and they can help you with setting the table. Even small children can do that. Or they can help with preparation of the salad. So many different things that they can participate in. And again, like I said, they can pick up their dish, their plate, and their silverware and bring it to the kitchen. So I want to encourage you to begin, if you have not been doing so, to eat at least one meal a day together. But start with one meal a week if you have been totally out of this. And this will also be healthier for you, because when you cook at home, it is much healthier than eating out, and it will save you money. So there's a lot of good benefits to it. You can also, as time goes on and as you begin to get used to doing this, you can take requests, or you could have a particular child be the chef for the night and help them to prepare the meal. There are so many ideas that you can implement, but just the sitting down at the table together is so important. Then, what about conversation? If you have some simple questions or topics that you could talk about, if there's something that you could say, I read about this in this week or today, or if you want to read a particular scripture before or after the meal, or if you want to have some conversation starters and written out on pieces of paper, put them in a jar, have one of your children pick one out, and that can be your conversation starter for the evening. And there's plenty of books and online sources for ideas for this. This can be a fun thing, but expect that it will take a little time to get your family used to it if it's a new practice for you. But little children, and the earlier you start this, the better, because little children will just accept it. This is the way it's always been. This is what we do. And so they will just, accept. And the more regular time that you do it, the better. So, this is Wendy Gunn at Your Home for God, and I would love to hear how you implement this in your home.